Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome back to the JDL League Season number 6. I'm SP Revolution 5, joined here by the wonderful, amazing, fantastic PlagueDota for Bang Bang, up against next level badasses. And, well, that first game, next level badasses, certainly living up to their name.
Yeah, NLBA really just taking it to Buyback Boulevard, Bang Bang, whatever they're called. They, God, I forgot what their team name was originally.
Buyback Boulevard, yeah.
Well, no. Back in the day when I first started casting them, it's, but yeah, these boys not really doing super hot here. It was Insania originally. Yeah. That was their original team name. They moved to Buyback Boulevard, and they also now are they're either Buyback Boulevard or Bang Bang. They changed your name at least twice this season, so. But we do see the IO first pick there by Bang Bang. IO being one of the strongest supports this patch. You secure the IO level in Rune, then you have regen for days on that lane that you're safe lane, or rather your one position heroes on. Yeah.
I'm interested to see them pick this up. They do respect ban the Spirit Breaker, and after the game that Sparky the Sharky gave them last game, the Electro Shark there, I would ban out the Spirit Breaker right away. I mean, I'd be right away. No joke. I think it's just too strong at the moment, and yeah.
Yeah, we did see that it was a very strong, like, Spirit Breaker was very strong last game. Sparky the Sharky really playing a great Spirit Breaker, just going all around the map, and really just taking it to Bang Bang right there. We will see the Shadow Demon first pick up there by NLBA, where we've seen Shadow Demon be picked up a little more frequently lately. I think the kit that Shadow Demon brings is really strong for at least this rendition of the meta, and then Leshrac and picked up.
And that's why I was giggling in the background. Lesh Shadow Demon is an amazing combo. I'm sorry for interrupting you there, Plague.
Oh, you're right. You're taking exactly what I was gonna say. Where
I'm just stealing your thunder.
Is one of the I think he's also one of the stronger cores right now. I think he's a really strong one position. We saw that Team Malaysia at, I want to say it was MLG, or where they were pulling out, or it could have been Starladder, where they were pulling out the Leshrac. I don't actually know if they were at MLG, but no, that was the MLG was MVP Phoenix. But anyway, KYXY from the phenomenal Team Malaysia TI Invites was playing position 1 Leshrac in 6.83, and in 6.84 we saw a bit of the cast point for a pair of his spells get toned down by 1/10 of a second, which is actually fairly substantial. Yeah. In once you think about it, but Shadow Fiend is going to be that pickup there by Buyback Boulevard. That's going to be Meth's hero.
I'm going to go ahead and say I don't like this.
Yeah,
I feel like picking up the Shadow Fiend into Leshrac is just saying, oh, I'm squishy, you have a lot of nuke, let's fight? Oh, wait, do I want to do this? I'm not so sure. They do ban out the Zeus because they're scared of that nuke, and that nuke potential. The big change I've seen, though, with Leshrac is the fact that late game, he's even more of a monster. He's always been a decent core hero, if you can get him farmed, okay? But the problem was, he has this timing window he needed to hit, where after that, he starts falling off because he's too squishy, he doesn't have sustain, like health regen, and if you miss that timing window, you don't have your items by then, which is very hard to get those items by that timing window. You just fall apart, and you don't make it there. Now, he doesn't fall off as much, because there's Octarine Core to work with. There's something else, right?
I'm gonna.
I mean, Octarine Core is enough, though.
Yeah, Octarine Core is definitely enough. I'm still pretty infantile in 6.84 because I've been working so much that I haven't been able to.
Well, the problem is you can't, like, farming the Octarine Core is the hard part, but for a Lesh it's not, because he's got just all that AoE. Like, if you get a Bloodstone on Lesh, you give it enough time, you'll get an Octarine.
Yeah, there's not really another good. I mean, I guess there's a
the other thing is Mango, though.
Yeah, Mango is really good in the early stages of the game, and there's a support that's really strong this patch. At least from what I understand, Visage is probably up there with how good Vengeful Spirit was in 6.83.
Even better.
Yeah, Summon Familiars is really,
really good.
Yeah, really good. Gravekeeper's Cloak with the recovery time.
And this is exactly what we were talking about on Twitter this afternoon. I don't know if you saw me, Ted, and Gorgon were talking it out, and I was saying, okay, there's no counter to Visage, because the problem is, well, there is a counter to Visage, but I'll get to that in a second. The problem is, okay, Familiars now take 4 hero attacks to be killed, 16 creep attacks, 8 tower attacks. No longer do they have 300, 450, 600 health. Against, like, a Drow, okay? In the later stages of the game, Drow could one-shot Familiars in the previous patch. Now, it doesn't matter how much damage you have to land 4 attacks on them. And there's very few heroes that are able to get their attack speed that high at a burst. The one big one is Troll, and he's so nerfed you don't want to pick him. So, it's automatically a buff to Visage, which, granted, it's a buff to most heroes, but specifically to Visage and Undying, because Undying had a similar change, although Tombstone still has HP, and if they change Tombstone to have a number of hits rather than HP, that hero will be beyond broken. Like, he's already broken, but he would be far beyond broken.
Yeah.
So, I don't see a counter to Visage here, and they already have, like, Shadow Demon Visage. Okay, you look at that support combo and you're like, well, there's no actual lockdown. Well, there's your fix right there. Leshrac has lockdown already. Add in a Faceless Void and 3 ranged heroes who have heavy damage, nuke or physical, and you've got a great combo here. I'm loving the draft from Next Level Badasses. It's next level, it's badass. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, NLBA is really picking up their drafting. They're showing a lot of strengths here in this stage of the game, or in this game rather. And Void's just it's a really good hero, and I think we'll probably see Void in the off lane here, and Leshrac might secure the safe lane farm. You could theoretically put the Leshrac in the mid lane versus the Shadow Fiend, because I don't think Shadow Fiend's super strong, but when you ban out somebody like a Nyx Assassin, it looks like you might want to pick some hero that relies maybe on, like, just massive amounts of int, or you could even pick up somebody like a Batrider for your off lane, put Faceless Void in the safe lane, as well as Leshrac in the mid lane.
They're not going to do that. They're going to pair up Lesh and Shadow Demon, because the disruption into Lesh stun is almost free kills in the early game, especially on squishy heroes like Io and Venge.
What I was suggesting would have been more like a dual lane setup with Visage and Faceless Void being in the bottom lane and Leshrac Shadow Demon in the mid lane to just knock out the Shadow Fiend early, which wouldn't be too bad at all.
Definitely. Even running Lesh Shadow Demon in mid lane just to shut down the Shadow Fiend, that's perfectly fine. So their lineup's very flexible once again, and Bang Bang, let's just be real here, we know their strat. Okay, they're gonna get a ranged hero, likely, or just a melee tank to just soak it all up. I'd actually like to see NLBA pick up the Clockwork here.
Clockwork would be a really strong hero in this instance, especially versus Shadow Fiend, free BKB, and Drill Ranger, obviously, in all stages of the game. And even after BKB, because she won't have that agility passive with marksmanship, but that's going to be a Tinker picked up for NLBA in the mid lane there.
This is they're trying to stop the greed of Bang Bang. So, whereas Shadow Fiend and Drow want to get Yasha into damage, maybe not Shadow Fiend as much, but Drow definitely does. She doesn't want to have to say, well, I'll stop and get my BKB now so I survive, because you want to build more agility. You want to give your whole team more damage. Tinker, I mean, Leshrac and Shadow Demon were already pushing it with, you have to build a BKB. Tinker is like, okay, look, if you aren't going to build a BKB, you will die. Just outright. There is no hope for you if you do not build a BKB, unless you have, like, Superman. Yeah. Whatever that came from. Was that you?
Yeah, it was from my mic.
Okay. I've been hearing women, Superman. What,
Yeah,
what are you doing over there, Plague?
Both of those things. Your women and Superman are in my apartment.
Wow. And you're casting Dota. This man is committed.
Yeah, you know, you gotta be. You know, my last name is Reeve, so I'm Superman without the S, so I'm Ooperman.
But without the disability.
Yeah, without.
Here we go again with that. I'm not gonna. Let's not.
Man, you're just nailing Christopher Reeves to the down with not being able to walk after the. I think it wasn't he riding a horse or something.
It was a horse or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
After the horse.
Yeah, after the horse.
Oh, that's underwhelming. Don't look at chat, Plague.
What?
I mean the in-game chat. I did the horse emote, only it just typed out the text for horse. And so, yeah. Anyways,
10 seconds remaining.
What are we looking for?
We're waiting
from Bang
on
Bang?
Chemistry to pick up himself an offlaner in the
It will be the
Clockwork.
Clockwork. I like this against Tinker. Really. It lets you track him down. You've got Vision with the rocket. You've got Hookshot to stop him. You got a lot of disable with the Battery Assault just because you got to stand near him and it's like, oh, you want a TP? You want a TP? You want a rearm? Oh, wait, you can't. Just kidding, you can't. Try it now. Oh, wait, you can't. Like, it's the most annoying thing to play against as any hero with channeling abilities.
Yeah, and I really like this pickup. As you were saying, auto attacks plays a nasty Clockwork as well. So we'll see what he can bring to the table. I know in game 1 it wasn't NLBA played very well and it was really rough for Bang Bang, but we'll see this game. I'm really excited to see what they bring here. And too much Bang Bang, he'll be playing that Dro Ranger, he'll be able to get his farm online, and that's gonna propel Shadow Fiend's damage as well. We're gonna have what would Dota 2 be without pauses, even just at the very beginning of the game? Know what I mean? Like Dota 2 is just I mean, we haven't had as much profane DDoS lately. But
don't even say it. The Caster's Curse will come back and kill us.
I know, right?
It will murder us in our sleep there, and we would deserve it. So we didn't say anything about any certain distributed denial of service. Yeah, nothing about the D here. Take your D and zip it back up. Anyways,
right.
We will be having Buyback Boulevard, Bang Bang, whatever you call them, up against the next level badasses. I'm going to go with Buyback Boulevard this time. It's auto attacks on the Clockwork, the Metal Man, the Meth Man on the mid lane, and the Shadow Fiend stealing the souls. As, you know, judging by after pictures of Meth, that tends to be what he does. I'm having too much fun with this guy's name. Pickles will be on the Avengeful Spirit. Too much Bang Bang on the Drow Ranger. And Chemistry on a little ball of something chemical. The Wisp, the Tin, the IO.
And then on the side of NLBA, we got Sparky the Sharky here on the Shadow Demon. Played a really strong Spirit Breaker in game 1. We have Zero, Disney on the Leshrac, Yurgity, the position 6 Ward Bitch on the Visage, Noble Wings on the Tinker, and finally Feeds for Days on the Faceless Void, who failed to feed for days in game 1.
Yeah, he actually won game 1, and that's why Buyback Boulevard are up one game. Of course, we're Truesight TV. I'm Esper Evolution 5. He's PlagueDota. And Plague, I want to just, like, one day have, like, a pause while we're introducing the heroes, and then just see, like, try to out-hype each other. Like, he's the man from down south. The thunder from down under. Like... Just like, have you seen the Key and Peele where it's like, what if someone else had a hype man?
Yeah.
Like a lawyer, like, I object. Oh, no, he didn't! Like, just have one of those one day. But it would have to be during a pause because...
going out onto the Visage here in the top. Taking some deeps down onto Chemistry as well. Those illusions just deeps and down on the IO. IO electing not to go for that early bottle, which, I don't know. I like the early bottle because of just it brings a lot of region to you. And they're running this aggressive tri-lane, which I like, as you were talking about, just the synergy between Leshrac and Shadow Demon.
Yeah, I didn't care for it there because it was kind of like paging Dr. Leshrac to the top pole camp. Leshrac, you okay? And he's just like, guys, I am farming. Leave me alone. It's my day off.
Guys, please, I just want my soul ring.
Let me get my soul ring before Shadow Fiend tries to steal it. Although, I do wonder, if Shadow Fiend buys a soul ring, drops it on the ground and denies it, does he get a soul? I mean, technically, it's a soul ring. So, is the shopkeeper lying to us? Is there not really a soul encased within the ring?
You bring up a good point. I'm not too...
This is... Last night, I was asking, like, who would win? The Hulk or Tiny? Like...
It would definitely be the Hulk, man.
I mean, as long as Puny Banner doesn't make an appearance, I think we're good. Tonight, Tinker vs. Iron Man. Assume Tinker has boots of travel. Assume Iron Man has Extremis. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with Iron Man with the Extremis, dear Lord, do yourself a favor and go read the comic book.
I'm not a huge. I read Star Wars comics. I don't really read superhero comics.
But it's good news. I've got this thing called Marvel Unlimited. Shameless plug because it's awesome. It's like $10 a month, or I think I do like $70 a year. All the Marvel comics, and now all the Star Wars ones, since Disney and Marvel and Star Wars are all in one bubble or whatever. Yeah. For free, unlimited, except for ones that are 6 months or newer. Which at first it's like, well, all the new ones are going to be good. You know how many comics you get with that? It's like thousands. I've been reading since Christmas, and I still have tons to go with. So, I strongly commend you to check it out. Comic books are the future, even though they're the past as well. So, yeah. Anyways, back to the game at hand. Oh, wait! We can actually get back! Wow, that was perfect timing. I go on a little rant, I'm like, back to the game at hand, unpausing as I say it.
Hey man, they knew you were ranting about your comic books.
Oh, they knew for sure.
Definitely. But, man, this Tinker really doing well here in the mid lane.
Yeah, but meanwhile, up top, a disruption into the stomp on two, of all things. Too much bang bang, taking a few bang bangs to the faces. He will go down. Sparky the Sharky, despite my lag, drawing first blood. Pickles in a lot of trouble. And Leshrac's going to get it with the Diabolic Edicts. What was changed cast point wise? Was it Diabolic Edicts or was it...
I think it was both Edict as well as Lightning Storm. I do actually have the... I do have the
same here,
patch notes up here.
LM... Okay, L, Leshrac... Lightning Storm was the only one changed.
Yeah, but he does have 5 more movement speed and the slow. Chemistry gonna go down to the right clicks of the Shadow Demon.
But Zero, taking a lot of damage here. He'll go down. Pickles.
Yeah, too much bang bang, getting some bang bang down.
Ooh.
He did go.
Yes, they get him.
That's gonna be 2 kills for 1 right there, but Leshrac going down.
I mean,
for 2 supports.
You gotta realize though, they got first blood, 3 more kills on top of it. They lost their carry. Oh, big whoop. Who cares?
Yeah,
you have to be aggressive in this lane.
Yeah, it's a good trades that are coming out from NLBA right now, and too much bang bang really suffering right now with only 3 last hits. And Leshrac can just go to the side shop, pick up his soul ring, and spam out. I like the Lightning Storm max. I was actually surprised that he went for Edict over Lightning Storm, because Lightning Storm only has a 4-second cooldown, and just in the earlier stages of the game, Lightning Storm is just better, but he's electing to go for 2 early points into Split Earth. Because, I mean, you do get to land those stuns with the Shadow Demon disruption, but more damage comes out from the Lightning Storm overall, because it's only a 4-second cooldown as opposed to a 9-second cooldown.
Yeah.
But there's going to be disruption going out yet again.
And Chemistry, already more than half his health is gone, and now he dead. He dead. Rip.
Yeah.
Oh, Visage just gonna sing the good old hymn, I'll fly away. Oh glory, I'll fly away, as he grave chills. I don't think that's what the hymn is referencing, but we'll go with it for now. Sparky slowed a little bit, but they can't seem to kill them. And I do like the point in Diabolic Edict, especially in the aggressive trialing, because this is okay, we're gonna kill you, and while you're gone, we'll take your tower.
Yeah, it's there's nothing wrong with
Oh
it.
my god.
I like Lightning Storm quite a bit. Yurgity picking up his 3rd kill of the game right now. All 7 kills belonging to this top lane by NLBA. And there's nothing this drone can do. They need to move him to the bot lane, rotate all 3 of those heroes so he can get some farm secured.
Here's the problem though. You rotate these heroes, he's skilling up Diabolic Edict. He can take your tower.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have to, though.
And Clockwork, like, with the cogs, too. Like, do you really want to put Clockwork up here against Leshrac? Shadow Demon will leave the lane, and Leshrac will kill him. How does he keep dying to neutrals? What the... Is he doing this on purpose?
I think he did kill himself on purpose there.
Like, that's... It's 7-3, but it's really 7-1, because he's died twice to neutrals.
It's just, right now, I would much rather just sacrifice my Clockwork than I would my Drow Ranger, because Drow Ranger doesn't necessarily have the flash farming mechanic that a hero like Shadow Fiend has, and you have to secure them farm, so your Drow Ranger becomes useful in the later stages. Yeah, you'll lose a tower, you'll lose a couple towers because of Diabolic Edict, but
the
still,
silence...
there is good...
I am lagging a bit hard here, so my apologies there, but nobody's gonna die in this one thanks to Draw of Silence. Plague, are you still
Bang
with
Bang.
me?
What?
You're still
I'm
with
still
me?
with you.
Okay, good. Cause yeah, stuff and things are lagging.
Reasons.
Yeah, it's cause I'm at home and like family's watching TV and whatever. Probably need to just lower my bit rate a bit. Apologies to our high quality viewers. That'll be good, sure, for our lower quality viewers. Sorry about that. The technical issues this evening, but let me see if I can drop the bitrate just a little bit here. Hopefully it'll still look pretty good, but it'll make the game a bit easier for us to watch since my ping is 179. Oh god. This better not be US East, because I will cry.
1 second, I can find out.
No, don't. I don't want to know yet. I don't need to know. It's too painful.
It's alright, you can cry. We do have auto attacks going to go ahead and use this hook shot right here, and have both of the supports on the side of NLBA. We do have the disruption going out for the Visage. Io's going to be getting the kill out onto the last track, as well as Vicious returning the kill onto the Drow Ranger. Auto attacks really wanting to get the kill out onto the Vicious, but with that Gravekeeper's cloaks.
And the
he's
Soul
going to end
Catcher.
up going down to the Soul Assumption. Double kill out for the winged animal that is Visage. Just a crazy stone bird that he is. But he is going to end up going down to the right clicks of the Vengeful Spirit, or rather the Magic Missile.
I would have turned around and thrown a Soul Assumption at Io. You were dead anyway. As the Stomp comes out from Lesh, just because he's back in lane, he wants to kill a creep. Can't claim him there. He is sitting on 800 gold right now. Gonna have his mana boots up shortly. And is there anything else I can do to turn this lag down? Where is the lag button that I can just...
Tower is under
I'm not too familiar with XSplit as a program. I use OBS myself. So.
XSplit isn't the problem, it's just the home internet. Time Warner cable. Oh yeah.
under attack.
EWC, dude. Super great.
It's almost as great as Comcast.
Hey man, they're almost the same company. So
I know.
We won't joke about that.
We can't talk about it or they'll turn my internet down. Because they do know my IP, because they are my IP.
It's the Illuminati.
Oh.
Man.
Auto attacks, they're getting auto attacked on down. There will be a disruption out on the Wisp as well. And there's a triple ball on the bot lane, as actually more balls are going to fly around. Auto attacks did put out a hook shot, I think, there, but we'll take down Void nonetheless. And
yeah, and that's a big kill though, because Faceless Void dying, that's a 700 gold swing, and if you take a look at the net worth chart, it's been going slowly and slowly more back towards even.
yeah.
Where NLBA was really just snowballing out of control there for a little while.
It was 7-1, basically, because keep in mind, there's 2 deaths to neutrals on the side of Buyback Boulevard, which I think it should show up in-game, but I feel like for spectators, deaths to neutrals are just confusing. It's actually Shadow Fiend gonna get hit by a Soul Assumption, a Rocket, and some more. That's Visage. We'll clean him up on the mid lane. Haven't talked too much about mid lane, but He's
the
level
new
9.
familiars, man.
Oh dear. Here we go. Hey, birds! Welcome to the party. They're pretty standard birds, you know.
Yeah.
Good at nests. Okay at flying.
Yeah.
They're very tough to titmouse, though.
It's gonna be really rough for the heroes on the side of Buyback Boulevard to do anything versus these Visage familiars.
And here's the other problem. They can't rotate to help Shadow Fiend. So Shadow Fiend is basically getting stomped
We have a hook
by
shot
mid.
here, and
They're
the Tinker in the
real
mid
going,
lane.
yep.
He's gonna end up going down here to the Clockwork as well as the Tinker.
Sparky comes in, but doesn't accomplish anything. Let's just go ahead and say. They do get a kill, but I think it's almost too late. Like, Tinker is already sitting on 1,400 gold. He is just a few creeps away from Boots of Travel.
Yeah, well, I mean, he does. Bots is the average timing for bots is like 9:53 or something for Tinker players.
And
so
that's still really good.
Yeah, that's the timing that you really want it around. And the further and further you can delay it, the further and further you're gonna be able to delay his other items because he relies so much on Boots of Travel to secure his farm. So if they could secure maybe one more kill onto him, that would actually be really good for the side of Buyback Boulevard.
We're going to see March coming out on the mid lane, of course. And he's got Visage here just saying, okay, you get your farm, buddy. I've got a point booster, so we good.
Yeah.
We are good. Meanwhile, though, let's
Pickles
talk about...
is going to go down here
crap.
to the top lane by the Shadow Demon.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get
and
to, but...
Purge is going to get dropped with the IO. IO is going to end up going down to...
Nothing? It lagged?
No, he is going to end up going down to nothing. Doorwain are going to be able to finish up the kill with on the last rack, and it looks like Visage is going to try and get the kill on the auto attacks, which he will.
Nice micro.
Too much Bang Bang really wants to get a return kill here out onto the Visage. Visage going to be able to live, drop the Soul Assumption with that Chronosphere getting dropped, Chemistry going down as well.
And Wisp was trying to relocate. That was the
kill there.
That was the first relocate of the game being used and then interrupted, and now the courier, he gets bashed. Oh dear. It's a massacre. Yep, that's it, Chemistry. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That's about right. Yep.
Oh my god. I actually had no idea that the courier could get bashed.
It goes to the Magic community, so...
Yeah,
since they changed that
didn't know
damage
that's how it worked.
You can kill the courier with Quap ult, you can kill it with Bash now, we know. You can even Bloodlust the courier if it's not in the fountain. For some reason, if it's in the fountain, Bloodlust can't be cast on it. But as soon as it's out of the fountain, it's like, yeah, baby, give me that buff. Which, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of convenient if you have a Bottle Crow.
Oh, Lynx is gonna get cut out here. Clock, we're gonna be able to get another kill there.
He does have his travels, though.
Travel. Yeah.
So, all is not lost for him. And I'm gonna go ahead and say, NLBA have won all their lanes considerably. Even the offlaner is below the Visage in terms of net worth. I mean, okay, wait, Zero may get caught out here. Doesn't even have time to turn on the ult, I believe. And I am so sorry about the kind of slideshow we're getting here. Hopefully the stream is coming through, but I'm getting like stutter Dota. You know what I mean, Plague?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Since we just got a kill, hopefully Plague can radiocast. I'm going to reconnect to the game.
Alright, well right now we don't really have a whole lot going on here. Meth is going to be trying to finish up his BKB. He is the one green spot, no, one shining light for Buyback Boulevard. Tops of the net worth charts by at least 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
And he's
he's
he's really hoping to get himself online here real quick with that BKB, not electing for that flashy Yules or that fighting mech build that we see, just going straight for that BKB, which does fairly well versus both the Tinker as well as the Lashrak up to a certain extent. Even though Edict does go through BKB, a lot of the damage from the Lashrak is that magical damage.
Yeah, Edict will go through, but it's more of a, I'm going to take towers, I'm going to farm creeps ability, than a, I'm focusing you down with Edict. If you're the only thing in the area, you're in trouble, but if you're not, then you'll be fine, frankly.
Yeah.
The Battle Shadow Fiend, I think, is the build he's going for, so that he can fight. But in order to fight, he has to have a BKB. Or...
Yeah.
He's pretty doomed.
We do have a headdress out for the Leshrac here. That's actually really interesting to me.
That's very interesting. Is this a Guardian... What is he... Okay, there's
I mean, he could go for Guardian Greaves, but no, he's picking up the point booster here, so could it be just a casual headdress?
I guess so. I will say Vlad's is not an awful option here. Against the amount of physical damage you're up against, the extra armor for the team is pretty good. And keep in mind, Vlad's is now built from headdress.
Yeah.
Oh, but fight, maybe engaging. Here we are going to have a disruption. And okay, he can take things with him, though they're disrupted. That's actually Void.
Chronosphere are going to get dropped in the bot lane. Visage is going to end up going down the Clockwork, but this Void's going to end up going down to the right clicks of the heroes on the side of Buyback Boulevard. Maybe? No, he's going to be able to live there, but Shadow Demon's going to be picking up the IO here in the top lane.
Yeah, they're just like, okay, we'll wait. Getting more heroes around, everybody gather around for the summoning of Wisp. And watch
finally,
him die.
15 minutes into the game, Drow Ranger finally has their power treads and Ring of the Killa.
And had to pick up a value bracer as well. That's when you know. When Drow Ranger is building a strength-based item, you know it's not a good game for Drow. Because the idea with Drow is, okay, I build agility, I build agility, I build more agility, I build some more agility, and now I build some agility. That's the build. It doesn't matter what you build.
We do have TP coming in by NLBA. Visage is going to get cut out here. He does have the birds that was just TP'd into by that Tinker.
But Sparky dropping
looks like Shadow Demon. No,
fine.
Sparky is going to be able to live there. Auto attacks is going to catch out the Visage. Visage is going to end up going down to the Drow.
Oh, but Tinker
going to finish off the Clockwork as well as the Vengeful Spirit. That's going to be 3 kills now for NLBA. Only losing the Visage here by the tower. Sad day for the Visage, but that's a 700, or that's an 820 roughly gold swing for the side of NLBA, or 840 rather. Leshrac is really close to his Bloodstone now. He's only 330 gold away from it once he picks up his blood.
It's now 900.
330. Oh, I thought it was 800.
It was, but then they lowered Arcane Boots by 100, so they had to raise that by 100, so it made it easier on supports, but it was exactly the same for Bloodstone builders. Although, I think it's a bit of a buff to Bloodstone, to be honest, because it just is. Let's just say that.
Yeah, no. I didn't know that was a change this last patch, obviously.
It was just this last patch, yep.
Yeah, I've been more or less out of the loop. And where do I see that?
Oh, but
there I see it.
Good. Chrono actually catches 3 here. Tinker throwing out some damage to Leshrac as well. Shadow Fiend already on the sidelines. Pickles dropping low, but he'll be able to get away. It looks like too much Bang Bang. Almost goes down. Vengeful Void Man. He does fall in the end. Drow Ranger able to turn around and take him down, but too much Bang Bang. Can he live here? Tinker TP him back in on the Visage Birds, which they do have for that mobile Tinker bomb. Oh my god. There goes Clockwork. Tinker not getting silenced, and they lose the Void, but overall, I think they do pretty well for themselves.
Yeah, picking up those 3 kills there on 2 cores and the 1 Vengeful Spirit. Leshrac going to be able to do the massive damage now onto this tier 2 tower, as well as the Visage Familiars. It's not looking super hot right now for Buyback Boulevard.
Yeah, sorry about the high ping observing here.
Tinker does have his Blink Dagger as well as the Staff of Wizardry online.
That's going to be a Dagon.
Potentially, yeah, it would be a Dagon. He could also go for that crazy Afro Ninja build, but...
What's that?
It's Yule's Bloodstone.
Oh, I don't like that build at all. I don't think Yule's on Tinker is even really worth it.
You get the 3rd point in rearm once you hit level 16, and then you just juggle their heroes.
You just what? Juggle them?
Juggle their heroes. Okay.
I thought you said jungle their heroes. I'm like... Plague, Tinker is not Pudge. You can't, like, move them into the jungle and say, here, you farm here now. Shadow Demon, though, like, as a support, he's got a 4 staff and a Midas. And we are 18 minutes in, people. This, in terms of gold per minute, is a 377 gold per minute Shadow Demon. He's out farming the Void, the Drow, and pretty much everyone on the enemy team except for Shadow Fiend, who obviously is going to have pretty high GPM, whether he's having a good game or a terrible one.
Yeah, Sparky the Sharky putting on clinic yet again. He's really impressed me with the support play this game.
I'm going to give him MVP for the night, honestly.
Definitely.
No matter what happens after this in this game, I think he's played the best of anyone on either of these two teams.
Oh yeah, we do have the smoke coming out by Buyback Boulevard. Bloodstone finally out for the Leshrac.
Yeah, and this is the point where Leshrac's just like, I press R, I don't press R again. I pretty much leave it on if I can. Because in a team fight, this is 130 damage per second. 130 damage per second. And that's not even with other spells, right clicks, other heroes involved. This is just like, if Venge stands in this for about 8 seconds...
Leshrac, though, Autotex really wants to try and get something done versus NLBA's core Leshrac here, because if you can get the kill out onto the Leshrac while he picks up his Bloodstone, he's going to be losing quite a bit of stacks there. Yep. He lost 3 charges.
But meanwhile, Sparky going to die on the cliff to Shadow Fiend. As Plague was saying, though, he did lose 3 charges, despite the fact he was able to deny himself. Let's not talk about that too long, though. It's Pickles, dropping a little low to the Visage Birds on the top lane. Chemistry also. They can't chase this. Like, this is the problem. Visage Birds are right here. It's like, we're going to chase down Tinker the guys. No, you're not. Visage Birds will eat your face off once again. Sorry if I've been using that phrase a little too much.
We do have the Chronosphere going out onto the Shadow Fiend here. He's going to be taking quite a bit of damage here from the Faceless Void, as well as the Leshrac. He's going to gain back one of those charges.
Oh, the Dagon plus the laser just like, pew, you are dead, son.
I think here, we do see he has the Arcane Boots, so we will see that Leshrac elect to go for those Guardian Greaves.
It's not a bad item, especially against this much physical damage. Again, I was saying that he could go Vlad's to get armor. He can also just go Guardian Greaves to get tons of armor, especially when he drops on low health. And that's going to be what he elects to go for, unless it's a Vlad's and a Crimson Guard or something clowny like that. Of course, at this point in the game, I think he could do that. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead and say Crimson Guard wouldn't be a bad idea either. He's already got all the mana he needs. Picking up some damage block for these heroes that do pretty much all physical damage. Wisp and Clockwork being the main exceptions. There are also the raises, but it's mostly physical damage.
Yeah, it is. You are correct in that. But I do like him electing to go for those Guardian Greaves because of what... Just because of how strong Guardian Greaves is in general, especially if those heroes that you were talking about drop below 15% HP. It's just really good. We do have the Force Staff out for the Tinker now.
They're going to go for Roche, but I feel like Buyback Bang Bang Boulevard of banging and buying back.
Yeah, but where Auto Attacks is sitting right now, he won't be able to hookshot in because of where the Familiars are. They are going to be spotting out the Tinker. We will have the Silence go out onto the Shadow Demon. Rockets galore from the Tinker.
There's no one in the pit. The pit is empty right now, and they're still like, guys, we have to stop this Roche. Void's going to Roche. We have to do it quick. And Void's like walking up behind him like, oh, hey,
guys. Have the Visage. He's going to end up going down here to the right, or it looks like, no, he's going to be able to live right there. We have NLBA. He's going to go to blink in there, getting the kill out onto the Clockwork, as well as Shadow Fiend finishing off the Visage. Too much bang bang finishing off the Tinker. Shadow Fiend going to be able to get out of there.
Void trying to chase, though, on the other side. Looking for the Chrono, but they're splitting beautifully. Great move here from Buyback Boulevard. We haven't been able to say that much, but I do want to point out, this team hasn't played excellently. They're more just getting outplayed by NLBA. They're still making some good moves. They're still doing all right. The NLBA is just a much stronger team, you know.
I don't know if it's necessarily the outplay. I just like the drafts by NLBA slightly more. Meth is gonna jump in here. He's gonna try and contest this Roche here.
But there's a Chrono! Wisp? Don't worry, Shadow Fiend, I am with you, even in death. Gonna get him out? Actually doesn't relocate.
He did have relocate online. He could have relocated him out and just sacrificed himself. That was a bit of a misplay there by Chemistry.
They do get the Void at least.
Bang Bang is gonna be able to finish off the Shadow Demon hookshot onto the Leshrac. No suicide there. That's going to be a kill there for
Shadow
the
Demon
Clockwork.
Buying back of all things, too. Did this just get really clowny, or is it just me?
It is getting pretty clowny here. The Roshan he's not going to be taking any damage from the March of the Machines, so that would actually be super broken if he could.
Oh
but
my
Noble
God,
Rings really wants to get a kill out on the Pickles here. We will have the silence be dropped by the Drow Ranger just as a defensive one to prevent
Everything.
the heroes on the side of NLBA from jumping in onto that poor Vengeful Spirit. 1 and 6 right now. He does have the Solar Crest online.
Oh, the full crest. Wow. That's actually quite impressive. This is a 3k gold item. It's quite expensive, and already having that up for the team is a very big deal, especially against the Void. It won't do crap against Leshrac and Tinker. Let me just go ahead and say, like, oh, you evade some right clicks? That's cute. Let me just nuke you to death.
It's like, sorry, I don't think I ever see Tinker's right click in team fights. But
Like,
speaking of Tinker, right clicks, he's going to end up going down to auto attacks. The cogs are going to drop up Shadow Demon to the top. We will have Void really want to get a kill out onto the bio here.
It stuns. It connects and auto attack's going to go down to the Visage Soul Assumption. Faces Void, of course, taking down Io as Plague just mentioned. Clockwork does have a Force Staff, but I don't think he can force them to... Wait. Oh yeah, he does have Axe Scepter. I was like, wait, what? Except I just counted 3 familiars, and I shouldn't have been surprised by that. I thought that was just a natural ability for Visage, because he's so OP that he gets tons of farm and just has an Axe. So
yeah,
it's
he gets
practically like...
At level 3 with the axe, he gets 5 birds. Lol.
Yeah, like the Ags are just the levels. Those 3 familiars are just level 16 guys. The Ags is like 7 familiars. You are now Meepo. You sit Visage in the fountain and you just play familiar. Can you imagine though if they had their damage and there were 7 of them?
Oh, please no, Volvo.
Just wait till
Guardian
Icefrog
Greaves is out for the
Leshrac
right now. Leshrac is going to be taking a lot of damage.
Already popped this, but does have Aegis. He's going to go down, but on the back end they actually get a cardinal.
He's going to be getting the kill on Vengeful Spirit as well as Faceless Void.
Okay. Oh my god, and Clockwork even had Blade Mail up, and he's like, I don't care. Leshrac still has the Aegis up. 10 Bloodstone charges as well. Void will slip out of the fight. Tinker on the backlines dropping low, and Leshrac's just like, nah, you can't kill me. You can't touch this. MC Hammer on the Leshrac. Chemistry will come in, and they're just like, nope, disruption of everything you got, buddy. Dagon's down. You're dead. What you gonna do now, Buyback Boulevard? You gonna buy back? All you got's a Trow. Holy crap, 0 on the Leshrac is just a monster. Plague, I'm sorry for jumping in and just...
That's all I could... Dude, I know. I get it. Like, man, those Guardian Greaves are really what... That was the strong... That was the tipping point for 0 being able to live there.
My god.
And that's...
It's like, hi, I'm on 10 HP. Oh wait, I have 20 HP regen and a boatload of armor. 15 health, 15 armor. Close enough. You get the picture.
Yeah, well, just...
He got 5 Bloodstone charges off that fight. And...
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about how, okay, he's got a new Bloodstone, he suicides with it. Oh no, we're in trouble, guys.
He's going to end up going down to the Rockets here by the team.
Yeah.
Here, Noble Wings. He really wants to get a kill out on too much bang here as well. He's going to not do it quite yet. He's going to swap into the fountain. He's going to end up going down to the right clicks of the IO.
A little ballsy play from him, but... I mean, they're going to call GG anyway.
Pickles. So 2-4-0 right now for Buyback Boulevard. NLBA playing incredibly well this series.
Yeah. You could say, oh, well, Tinker's so new, but Diving Fountain, like, is just goofing around. It actually made space for the team to push the bot racks and stopped the enemy team from coming out of their base. If you've got a mobile hero like that can do that, like a Tinker, Puck, or something like that, go ahead. Because your team can take a racks off it. Now, if your team comes with you, stop what you're doing, put everything on the ground, and panic. Because that's not supposed to happen. Tell them to go home, do something. But, yeah, that Leshrac play, my gosh, it was ridiculous.
0 playing incredibly well that series, but or this game, and in the series in general, but you're getting those early kills on Visage. Once he got that level 6 online, he was always doing something with those birds to prevent the side of Buyback Boulevard to really be safe because of the synergy with the Visage familiars as well as the Tinker with his Boots of Travel. It was super well done by Next Level Badasses, and they showed obviously in these last 2 games why they are the next level badasses. I'm really impressed by the play just in general by NLBA. Zero playing both the 3 and the 1 doing very well, as well as DVG. No, they traded positions in game 1 and game 2, and they showed that they can play those cores very well. And
shuffle it up and still be flexible, yeah. And Sparky the Shark is still,
exactly.
like, he has played so good this series. Go back in the game, in the client, and just watch his player perspective. I'll bet you'd learn a few things about support you didn't quite know. That was just excellent play from him. And congrats to your next level badasses. Of course, guys, don't forget, don't go anywhere. We're going to do a giveaway in just a moment here. We do have Truesight TV is where we're at. I'm SB Revolution 5. He's PlagueDota. You can find us on Twitter under those tags. You can find myself on Facebook at SB Revolution 5 Dota. And you can find Truesight TV on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, etc. at Truesight TV. I'll be uploading the VODs for this series. Now, as usual, you can check out all our previous VODs, including last night's series between Complexity and eHug. Don't forget to follow the channel, though, because the giveaway we're about to do, you can't win if you're not following the channel. So follow the channel, say something in chat, and maybe, just maybe, you'll win an Invoker set. We will see, though. Guys, it's been a great night. Plague, thank you so much for joining me, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm gonna go. Gotta catch up on the ridiculous not any sleep that I have failed to get over the last week because of work. But again, yeah, as I said, you can follow me on Twitter at PlagueDota. I casted some SEA Dota this morning. Forgot to record the VODs, but I'm gonna take a look at the schedule tomorrow. Since I have today and tomorrow off, I won't be able to. I won't be casting this weekend. But I think in the morning I will be.
Saturday Dota 2 League.
Yeah, I won't be able to, but yeah, Revo will be doing SD.
Yeah.
Saturday, I will be casting. I will either be casting Execration versus Kingdom on this channel or my personal channel tomorrow morning. So you can go out and turn into that for some awesome SCA Dota action. So, and that's my spiel, I guess. I will see y'all later.
All right.
Hope y'all had fun tonight. I know I certainly did.
Yep. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and good night.